Hey guys, these are my comments on Baldur's Gate 3, which I've been playing for the last few weeks or so since it's released on Early Access. These are just my overall thoughts on the game to begin with. I'm going to be preparing further videos about actual gameplay and party setup and how to find various things and so on. First, I just wanted to say, really enjoying this game a lot. It's really great to have a D&D focused game. There's lots of CRPGs out there which are loosely based on D&D, but it's nice to be able to capture that authentic D&D feeling in this game. For example, with the dice rolls and the interactivity with the world, and also the number of options you have as well. I think that's really good. But at the same time, they've really given a great graphical upgrade so that it interests all parties really, not just D&D players, and the graphics of the games are really top notch, and that really draws you in as well. So on the other side of that, also like the fact that they have the immersion into the world, the fact that when you speak to both your companions and the NPCs, then you do get up close to them, and it really just increases that feeling of immersion. So really enjoying that. There are of course still some bugs. We don't have all of the races and classes, and there's quite a lot of bugs still, but like I said, they have given the disclaimer that it's in early access, so we have to kind of work through that, and we're now open to feedback during the early access stage, which is likely to continue, I think, for about 12 to 18 months, so there'll be plenty of time to actually improve the game and fine-tune it. I've got to kind of give my 2 pence about whether or not it should be called Baldur's Gate 3. Now, a lot of people are not happy about the fact that it's called Baldur's Gate, but it doesn't really follow on necessarily with the same feel of the Baldur's Gate games. I'm not really going to get too involved in that argument. I understand the people who are saying that, because I don't personally feel that has the same Baldur's Gate feel to it. It has more of a Divinity Original Sin feel to it, but personally I don't really mind. If it's a good game, then that's the main thing for me. So I personally don't think it's worth spending too much time getting bogged down about what the game's called. At the end of the day, it's a really good game, really enjoyable, and it's appealing, I think, to quite a wide variety of different kinds of players. The other thing I want to just speak about was the influence from other games as well. So some games that I've really liked are Dragon Age Origins, first of all, which has the whole camp system and very developed characters and companions as well. And I think they really tried to replicate that in the camp system here, and the fact that the companions do seem quite realistic and lifelike, and the companion relationships develop slowly and gradually, so I really like that aspect of it. And also another influence I can see is Dragon Age Inquisition, the fact that you have that sort of open world feel to things, but at the same time you can just zone in when you speak to the companions and the NPCs. You do get that sort of much closer view, and they've incorporated that as well, so I really like that. The main influence seems to be the Divinity games, both Divinity Original Sin and Divinity Original Sin 2, and I really like that, particularly the interactivity of the world, the whole system of whether or not it should be real time with pause or turn-based combat is obviously a big issue for some people. I understand that the turn-based combat doesn't give the same sort of smooth feel as you're progressing, but at the same time I quite enjoy it, and every encounter feels like a real challenge, and you get that feeling of fulfillment at the end of each encounter, and the fact that you've had to really make the best use of your party and all of their skills. So I really like that part of it, and I think that really replicates D&D quite a lot. I feel that sometimes in real time with pause, it can feel that either the fights are too easy, or it can feel that the enemies are just too difficult, and that unless you completely change your party composition and the makeup of your characters, you won't be able to defeat those enemies. And I feel with this game, and the same with Divinity Original Sin games, you do get that feeling that even if the enemies are somewhat above you in terms of their levels, you can still overcome them if you use tactics well. So I really like that aspect of the game. So the influence from Divinity Original Sin games, one thing I didn't like about them was the skill book system, where you had to actually purchase skill books to upgrade your character's skills. Now, firstly, purchasing the skill books cost a lot of money, and secondly, it was very easy to get characters ending up sort of a mismatch of lots of different things, and it was hard to have a clear, defined character progression. And I like the fact that they've incorporated a variety of races in this particular game, which are authentic D&D races. I mean, D&D Original Sin 2 brought in the lizards and the undead, which personally weren't really my thing. I thought they could have brought in a wider variety of D&D races instead, which is what they've done in this game. And the other thing is that you've got, if in terms of your class, once you've chosen your class, you've got a clear idea how your character is likely to progress and what their role is likely to be in the team. For example, if you've got a fighter, you have an idea of what that fighter is like to develop into. Same for a rogue, same for a wizard, and so on. And there's still some flexibility and creativity in the fact that you can choose the race, and also you can choose the subclass as well, and you can choose the individual skills and abilities to some extent. So that still allows for that as well. So overall, I'm very happy with the game, really enjoying it a lot, and hope to keep on playing it and give feedback. And hopefully by the time the full game releases, we're going to have a really outstanding game that everybody's really going to enjoy. So that's my sort of 2 pence about my thoughts. I'm going to create further videos, so please do stay tuned to the channel. I would be interested in your comments as well. How you're finding the game? What do you like? What do you perhaps dislike? What would you like incorporated into the game? Also, if you've got any particular problems in gameplay as well, I'm going to hopefully address those in other videos. If you did like this video, then please do like, and if you'd like to see more, then please do subscribe to the channel. It will really help me out. Thanks very much, and see you on the next one.